Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I did kind of mention it back when I did my changing of my everyday makeup to look a bit more of a springtime look, that I wanted to do a video of 5 everyday makeup looks using only these products, just to show kind of the variety of looks I can do with these. And all these I would wear to work, so I think they're all suitable for every day. They may differ in kind of levels of makeup, so this first look is going to be quite a minimal-ish look, and then some looks will be a bit more full coverage and stuff. But I wanted to kind of purposely do a video demonstrating like the variety of makeup looks, everyday makeup looks, that I could do with what I've picked out for my daily makeup. And like I said, it's all going to be a bit of a springy version as we're in spring. So I hope that sounds like something you're interested in. Like I said, when I did the spring swap out, I kind of want to do a summer one as well, and then do a similar video with the summer products that I'm going to do now. I just thought it might be something a bit more interesting. So yeah, if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please keep on watching. Okay, so as I mentioned, this first look is going to be slightly more of the kind of minimal look. It's going to be a bit more skin focused, a bit more natural than some of the other ones, but we're going to do a nice mix. I'm actually just going to start off with some moisturiser. So I'm actually on the Antipods Vanilla Pod Hydrating Day Cream currently. I've definitely picked up way too much. I'm just going to give my skin a good moisturising. Okay, so for this first look, I'm going for a bit of a no foundation look. Like I said, something a bit more natural. It's not necessarily going to be a no makeup look, but on the edge of it. So I'm going to start off with the e.l.f. Halo Glow, and this is going to act as like kind of my all over glow, and I guess kind of my foundation substitute for today. I'm going to take a Luxie buffing brush. This is an angled top buffer, and just go ahead and buff this in. So it's going to give me a little bit of coverage, but it's mainly going to give me a bit of a glow, but also even out the skin tone ever so slightly. Okay, then I'm going to add some concealer. So I've got the Kosas Concealer here. I'm going to just pop this in the areas I want a bit extra coverage, so any redness, darkness, any blemishes. I think that's good. And what I'm going to do with this, so I've kind of shown it a few times, is let that sit there for a bit while I do a bit of the rest of the base. It's just going to help it set slightly to give a bit more coverage, and I can blend it out. It's a good formula to do that with. It does allow you to do that, which is great. I am going to add a little bit of bronzer, so I've got... So I'm going to take the Alima Pure Maracaibo bronzer. I'm going to take a light dusting of this, just to add a little bit of warmth to the skin. Take on a nice fluffy brush. I don't know what brush this is. It doesn't have a name, but a nice fluffy brush. Not too much. And just do a light sweeping on the perimeters. Just adding a little bit of warmth to the face, but nothing too heavy, because I do like to save that more for when it gets to the summertime. So yeah, just a touch of warmth to the skin. I'm actually going to go ahead and blend out the concealer now on a concealer brush. I'm going to add a pop of blusher, and because I've gone for quite the glowy base with the e.l.f., again I'm going to go with powder, so I'm going to take the 100% Pure Pigment Brusher in Healthy. Same fluffy brush, only pick up a small amount and just do a nice light dusting on the cheeks. A little bit across the nose. And then just to finish off the base, I am just going to do a little bit of setting, so the Madara powder, and to be honest, I'm going to use the same fluffy brush, and I'll mainly focus kind of the T-zone area for this bit. Okay, so that's the base done, something nice and light, and nothing too heavy. So on to the eyes. So for brows, I'm just going to pop a bit of brow gel through, so this is the Kosas Air Brow. And just do a light layer of that, just to kind of define the brows, deepen them slightly and get some kind of shape in place. For eyes, what I'm actually going to do is go back in with the bronzer and just do a little sweep across the lid. And then I'm just going to touch mascara, so the Agent Natuer mascara, and just do a bit of a light layer on the upper lashes. So I'm not going to go too heavy with this, just a nice layer to define the lashes. That's all we're going to do for eyes. And for lips, and because we're going for quite a nice bit more natural finish to the kind of eyes and the skin in particular, I'm going to go for a bit more of a pop on the lips, still natural but a bit more of a pop. So I'm going to take Lolo's True Pink Lip Liner. Just using my finger, I'm going to blend that in slightly. Just to give it a bit more of a smudged look, and then we're going to go in with, let's go, Whisper Lip Gloss. And that is look one. So like I said, this is much more of the minimal of the looks. The other ones will be a bit more on the eyes, a bit more on the skin, maybe a bit more on the lips, kind of mix them. But all of them will be everyday looks and ones that I personally would feel comfortable wearing to work. So yeah, this is look number one. Nice and simple. And yeah, on to look number two. On to the next look. So this look I want to be like a pretty and pink kind of look, a really soft look but really super springy, super pink. So we're going to start off with the Hello Sunday SPF 50 primer. Okay, then foundation. So I've got the middle foundation, and I've actually taken out the sifter because I'm almost running out of this one, which is good, and I will pick up another one that does. So kabuki brush, dip my brush in a bit and then dip into the lid just to kind of get any excess off, and then buff into the skin. I think once this runs out, I'll swap this to the Madara foundation as like my spring foundation, because this is typically more of a summer foundation for me, but because I knew I had a little left in the pot, I wanted to get it used up. So now I'll get another one ready for summer. Okay, so we've got a nice layer on. Concealer, I'm going to go with Kosas Air concealer. Pop it in the areas where I need it. Now I'm going to think where I let it sit there for a second. And then we're going to go in with a bit of glow. So Elf Halo Glow. And I use this more as like a pinpoint glow for today. Ahead and blend that in. Just using more stippling motions to not disrupt the mineral foundation underneath. I will go in and just blend out that concealer now. Now, as I mentioned, I want this to be a very springy pink look, so I'm going to go in with the Elf cream blusher. This actually is a Putty blusher in Bora. Same brush again. This is a Real Technique sculpting brush, and we're going to layer this up and create a really gorgeous kind of pink flush to the cheeks. So I'm not doing any bronzer for this look. Like I said, it's very much a pretty and pink type of look. Apologies you see me bouncing. I'm on a ball, a yoga ball type thing right now, instead of a normal chair. I'm going to keep on going because I want it to kind of really stand out. I remember I used to really not like putting blush across my nose, and actually I quite enjoy it now. It does give a nice little flush there, and even with bronzer, doing it with bronzer, it gives a bit more of that sun-kissed look. I'm just going to quickly set the T-zone area, so I'm going to use my Madara powder for this. I may just focus kind of on the T-zone area. And that's the base bit done. I'm just going to give it a quick spritz with the Milk Hydro Grip. Let that soak in, and then we'll quickly go in with the eyes. So for the brows, I've got the Lavera pencil in brown. Is it in brown? Yes, brown. I'm just going to go ahead and lightly fill them in. Okay, still getting to grips with the pencil, but I'm going to go in with the Kosas Air Brow gel next. Okay, so for the eyes themselves, I'm actually not going to bother with primer today. I'm going to go straight back in with the blusher on a nice fluffy brush. And just do a soft wash. I find pink, you have to be slightly careful, especially when you're doing a softer look pink, to not make it look like you've got pink eye. So a nice soft wash, which I'm using a big fluffy brush. This is a Spectrum CO5. Kind of blend it into where I've put the blush as well. And actually, now I'm looking at it, I feel I can go heavier with the blush on the cheeks. Ooh. Okay, then I'm going to go with the e.l.f. liquid shadow, just because I feel it's got more, they're neither a pinky tone, but it's got a bit more pink in it than the Kosas one, so I think that'll work quite nicely. This is going to go all over the lid. In that inner corner as well. Taking that same fluffy brush and just more on the outside, give it a blend. Kind of not really touching the lid. Is go back in with a bit more of that blush, just kind of more on the outer perimeters here. Okay, and then to finish us off eyes, I'm going in with mascara. And just do a light layer on the upper lashes only. Okay, that is the eyes done. So a pop of pink, a pop of shimmer, kind of goes with the pink glowy skin we've got on as well. And finally on to lips. So I'm going back in with a true pink lip liner for this. In with Flirtation from Lolo. And then top us off with the Kiko 3D Hydra Glass. But just focusing mainly in the centre. Okay, and that is this second look complete. So a nice, pretty, still fresh look, a bit like the first one, but it's much more pink, much more spring-like, a bit much more glossy I feel like as well, just on the kind of cheeks, eyes and lips. So yeah, this is look number 2 of everyday spring looks, and we're on to look number 3. Okay, on to look number 3. So this is where I'm going to add the pop of green to the eyes. So again, still making it wearable, something that I'd happily wear to work every day, but a pop of green to again make it that spring feels. So again, I'm going to start off, it's kind of the same base routine almost as last time. So the Hello Sunday SPF 50 primer, which keeps surprising me that it's got stuff left because I feel like it should be running out soon, but no, it's still going. The Lolo Mineral Foundation in Blondie. This might be one of the last times I potentially use this foundation because I'm pretty sure it's going to run out any second now. So Kabuki brush again, just giving myself kind of a nice light layer of foundation. Okay, yep, so I'm officially out of that foundation now. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna switch it to the Madara Equal Skin foundation as my new springtime foundation. Okay, concealer's the Kosas Concealer. Like I said, very similar kind of routine as the previous look. We'll let that concealer sit there. e.l.f. Halo Glow, because I want a pop of glow. And buff in with a Real Technique sculpting brush. And then go ahead and blend in that concealer. I'm going to add a bit of bronze, so the Alima Pure Mineral Bronzer. Again, just do a light dusting, so I'm using a fluffy brush for this. We're just going to do around the perimeters to give myself a bit of a light bronze. Okay, and some pure fruit pigmented blusher in Healthy. Same fluffy brush. Do a light dusting of this as well. And just do a little bit of setting with the Madara powder. And to finish off skin, again a quick spritz with the Hydro Grip. On to brows, so again it's the same as yesterday. I'm going to go with Lavera and the Kosas Air Brow, and then I'll come back and do my eyes. Okay, so onto the eyes. I'm going to use my Lolo Eye Primer to prep and prime. Then I'm going to go in with Soft Brown from Lolo and do a good kind of wash in the crease and mainly the outer perimeters of the lid. I'm using a Spectrum B06 for this. Okay, then I'm going to go with the Kosas 60 second eyeshadow in Shimmer and just go across the lid and do a light bit of blending. And then we're going to add the pop of green, so it's Green Opal from Lolo. So I'm kind of using that Kosas as a kind of a base for this. And I'm just going to gently pat this on. So usually for the shimmers I do like to use fingers because it gives me the most kind of impact and power with the colour, but because I want this to be a soft everyday look, just using my brush will pick up a little bit less product and it's mixing with that shimmer or simmer shade, sorry. So it's giving me a lighter finish. It really is just a gentle pop of green, which I think is super pretty for summer and works really well for an everyday look. Obviously if you're going out and want to do a bit more you can go heavier, but just a simple pop. It helps brighten up the eyes as well. I'm going to take a little bit in the corner as well. I'm going to add some brown eyeliner, so this is Lolo's brown eyeliner. And mainly this is going to go along the upper lash line on the outer portion. Take a pencil brush and just soften that so slightly. It's going to give us a bit more of a definition on the outer portion instead. Then all we need to do is I'm going to add some mascara to the upper lashes. And then to finish off is lips. I'm going to keep it a bit more nude, so I'm going with Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury first. And then top it off with the Colourpop lipstick in Name Drop, which I don't think exists anymore. It's a nice peachy nude. I'm not going to add a gloss for today. I think actually I quite like it with just the slightly more matte nude lip. Okay, and that is look number 3. So yeah, a little bit of a pop of green on the eyes. A bit smokier, but a soft smoke this time. It's still very wearable for an everyday look. So yeah, that's look number 3, and stay tuned for look number 4. On to look number 4. So it's very much is going to be quite an eye-defining look. So very focused around the lash line, a little bit smoky, but just to really kind of emphasise the eyes. Apologies, I've had to put the window open. We've had quite a few nice weekends, which I'm not complaining about at all, but it's quite warm in this room, so if you can hear birds and all sorts from the nature reserve behind our house, I do apologise, although I think it sounds quite nice. But anyway, let's get cracking. So, Hello Sunday primer. They already asked us already, but if you've got any recommendations for primers, please let me know, because I'm about to run out of this one. It's a very good primer actually, I really like it, but I'm always up for trying something a bit new and a bit different. So any recommendations, please let me know, because once this is gone, this is my only primer that I have gone. Foundation. So the previous look I mentioned I used up my Lolo Mineral Foundation. I am going to go ahead and purchase another one because it is very much my summer foundation. But for now I've switched out. So Madara Skin Equal will be my spring foundation for my daily looks. Partly went for that because it is a bit of a lighter coverage than my Kiko one. My Kiko one I like for kind of like more going out type things because of that, whereas I want something a bit lighter coverage for day-to-day looks. So this is what we're going to go in with. I have mine in I want to say Ivory, but I couldn't tell you because it's not on the bottle. But I'm going to use a Luxie buffing brush to buff this into the skin. This foundation still gives good coverage. As you can see, a lot of the redness has disappeared, but it's not too heavy. You can still see freckles through it, and it just gives a much nice, light, kind of natural finish, which I think, yeah, it's perfect just for an everyday type of foundation. And I have had a few comments asking whether I still like this foundation because I hadn't used it for a while. And I do still really like this foundation. It's just some other foundations like the Kiko one I kind of was really enjoying for a while. So, but no, don't worry, I still really like this foundation. Okay, concealer, the Kosas one. It's the only one I've got in my daily makeup bag at the moment. Take my Real Technique concealer brush and just buff that out. Okay, so then I'm going to take the Madara powder. I'm going to take my Real Technique setting brush. And first of all, focus kind of T-zone area, make sure that's nice and set. Then I'll take a slightly fluffier brush and set the rest of my face. Instead, grab a fluffier brush and just go ahead and set the rest of my face. Okay, we are going to go with bronzer and blusher. So Alima Pure Bronzer in Maracaibo. Again, just a nice soft dusting. Same fluffy brush. Just focus on the perimeters. And then going in with 100% Pure's Fruit Pigmented Blush in Healthy. So I'm not adding any glow to this look. I'm just going to let the kind of radiance of the foundation naturally kind of be my glow for today. And then finally the Milk Hydro Grip, which again I'm running low on. This hasn't lasted me that long at all. I think because I've been wearing it most days because I actually really enjoy it. Yeah, so again, any recommendations for setting sprays, let me know, because those primer and setting spray are definitely the next things I'm going to need to top up on, because I only have like one in that category, and as you can see I'm about to run out of both. So please do send me your recommendations. Ooh, that one heavy. And then go in with the Kosas Air Brow just to kind of set them in place. Okay, so zooming on onto the eyes. So starting off with the Lolo Eye Primer first, and like I said, this is very much going to be a bit of an eye defining kind of look. Smoke right, but right up around the lash line. So I'm not going to bring it out too high, it's going to really focus quite tight around the lash line. And I'm actually going to use my black eyeliner that I've got in my daily makeup bags. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Rock and Khol in Bedroom Black. Obviously if you prefer brown, go with brown. I'm just trying to mix it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do here is take this, that's a bit sharp, and just go along only the outer portion of the lash line and try and keep it relatively close if I can, and kind of like that. So on both sides. And then I am going to do the exact same thing on the lower lash line, but again, only on the outer portion. So this was going to really kind of give that cat eye effect and really define the outer portion of the eyes. So just that much for now. I could do with sharpening that pencil a little bit. I'm going to take a pencil brush, preferably a clean one, and we're just going to start smudging it out slightly, just to help soften it. I'm going to try not to bring it too much further up, because like I said, I want this to be really kind of wrapped around the lash line. So what I'm going to do is just to soften it ever so slightly more, go in with soft brown from Lolo. A little bit on the pencil brush. Kind of go over it a little bit. So it's just going to add a bit of touch of brown, so soften it slightly. It's also just going to help set the eyeliner a little bit as well. Okay, and then the final step I'm going to do for eyes before we add mascara is just take the powder again. So for me it's the Madara pressed powder. Setting brush from Real Techniques. I'm just going to set the rest of the lid, so kind of where I've put the primer, just make sure it's set, and it will give a slight brightening effect as well on the lid. And then go in and load up my upper and lower lashes, this time with mascara. So I wanted just a smoke, but something that's going to redefine the lash line only, and not too heavy. So if you like your slightly more bolder eyes, this will probably be the look for you. And then for lips, keeping it very simple, so it's not to make it too heavy a look. A Pillow Talk lip liner. And then just a pop of gloss, so Lolo's Whisper Lip Gloss. Okay, so something very simple like that, but like I said, quite eye defining. So that is look number 4. One more look to go for these everyday spring looks using my spring everyday makeup look bag. But yeah, look number 4 done. Okay, on to the 5th and final look, and apologies, I have got a cold for this bit, but I'm going to do a bit of a winged liner look, keep it still quite simple, but that will then round up my 5 everyday makeup looks using my daily makeup bag. So let's start. So Hello Sunday primer to begin with. And Madara Skin Equal foundation, which I think mine's in Ivory. I do like a medium coverage. Now if you do recreate any of these, you can obviously switch out, if you like one of the lighter base routines I did, but prefer this eye. Obviously things can be switched out, but these are just kind of 5 ideas. Perfect for spring, using my daily makeup. Kosas Concealer in 0.8. And I'm going to let that sit there for a bit just to kind of set slightly. So I'm going to add some glow to the skin, so I'm going to take the e.l.f. Halo Glow first. And just pinpoint that in the areas I want the extra glow. And then I'll just stipple that into the skin. Okay, now we'll go ahead and blend out the concealer next. Okay, we're just going to go blush today, so I've got the e.l.f. Putty blush in Bora. And we're going to do this for our blusher for today. Okay, then I'm just going to set my T-zone, so Madara Air Equal powder. I'm going to take my Real Techniques setting brush and just pinpoint kind of more the T-zone area and under my eyes for today. And then I will make sure everything's extra set with the Milk Hydro Grip setting spray. Okay, for brows, the combo of the Lavera eyebrow pencil and the Kosas Air Brow. Oh, and I do want to say, because when I'm filming this final look, it's after the Jamie Does My Makeup video's just been uploaded. So thank you for all the lovely comments on that one. You were quite kind about his skills. And yeah, he quite enjoys doing it, to be fair. I think it's the designer in him, he quite likes to try it out and have fun with it. The Kosas Air Brow. on to eyes. I'm not going to add any eye primer for this look. I'm going to go straight in with the products. So I'm going to start off with the Lolo brown eyeliner. And I'm just going to create a little mini wing. It's nothing too intense, but just a pop. So I'm going to start on the outer portion. Probably go out to there for now. We can always change it. And then come back in on itself. Something like that, something very soft, very simple. I can use my fingernail just to sharpen it slightly. But it just adds a little something to the edge of the eyes without it being too much. I'm not going for a full-blown wing. Just a half wing like this is quite nice and soft. Whether we can match them is a whole different matter. Something like that. What I'm quickly going to do is just go back in my powder just to set my lids and any oils that are on there to prevent any kind of transferring of that liner, any smudging onto the lid. And then I'm just going to add a pop of the Kosas in the inner corner. Alright, so this is their 60-second shadow, liquid shadow in Simmer. So just a little pop in the inner corner. Just add a little brightness there. And just gently blend out with a brush. So yeah, nothing too heavy, but just something there. And then we're just going to load up with mascara on the upper lashes only. Okay, finally is lips, and I'm going to opt for a bit of a pop of pink with this lip. Again, if you want to go nude, you could. So Lolo's True Pink. Smudge that slightly, it's a bit softer. And I'm just going to load up with some gloss. So I'm going with Kiko 1, this is number 27, the 3D Hydra Glass, lip gloss. They're getting more in the centre section. Okay, and that is the fifth and final everyday makeup look for spring using my daily makeup. So I really hope you have enjoyed this little series. So the 5 different looks, all that I think are very wearable for every day, like going to work, out and about, whatever it may be, and like different levels, so some a bit lighter, some a bit more fuller, but you can kind of mix up the level of skin with the eyes and the lips and stuff like that. But I thought it was quite a fun little series, and I quite like to make this more of a seasonal series. So when it comes to summer, I'll do another video of me switching out my daily makeup to more kind of summer products, summer tones, and then do a 5-day everyday makeup look series using those products I pop into my bag. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know which is your kind of favourite look, or if there's a look that is your typical go-to, let me know. Any future requests obviously leave down below. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.